you.
We'll do this right on the side and we get our special
Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? I'm up front here. That's it. If you guys all just want to grab a bit of the metal bar on the left or right side of the track, when we do get going, it might be a bit of a jolt, so just want to make sure you guys are holding on tight. One of the other, just a few other little things before we get going. Any of you got hats on, either take them off, keep holding. You guys testing their pit stop strategies and pit stops, aren't they?
Yes, so yeah, this time the teams are already focusing on the next free practice. Of course, yesterday they missed half an hour of free practice, which I'm sure in a new track like this, and it very slippery track, so new for everyone. It's very valuable to have 20 to 30 minutes more free practice of data. So I'm sure all the teams they did have a very long night, just checking all the data to make the car better, and so the drivers can feel much better today in this session just before qualifying, so it's very important.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Taking the atmosphere here as things ramp up. Left hand side, obviously, you've got lots of action going on there. But they walk about and the team's getting ready. So last little setup changes on the car. Getting ready for FP3 shortly. So as we come down into turn one, we've just gone past the braking zone. You see the left hand side, the curbs here look a little bit different to anywhere else we go. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So they take nice early apex into this corner, and then what you find is like a V shape. So although this is a long U-shaped corner, the guys will go quite deep into turn one. They'll go wide and then they want to come back. So as they come into section and point towards the corner, they want to head the left hand side here. So that they open up turn 3 and 4. So turn 3 and 4, the entry is super high speed. And the guys want to carry a lot of speed through here. It's a high downforce corner.
Little kids.
Turn 4?
Yeah, yesterday we saw different lines during this first section of the track. Of course, the drivers were trying to find the perfect lap, and with different cars and different gas configurations, we will talk later about how the downforce of the cars are here. But the drivers were trying to find the better line for the cars. Some guys did go close to the wall, some others didn't. So just before in this track, we have 2 long straights, which we're coming out to the first one. So they will prioritize the exit speed of the corner, so if they have to lose a little bit on the corner speed, if they go fast to the end of the straight, that's where they will win a lot of time.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking about the downforce on the corners, these guys are carrying 3.5 G through that corner, and for a sustained 5 or 6 seconds, which is pretty serious. If you think about it, you imagine like a fighter jet on the ground. That's basically what a Formula 1 car is, with the wings turned upside down, forcing the cars into the ground. They produce so much downforce, these cars. The funny part about this track is it's actually one of the lowest downforce tracks on the calendar. So if you look at the right wing, they look kind of flat. Oh, you got to be careful going to the left. Wait till that place is full, it's going to be exciting, isn't it? Yeah. So the wings are really, really flat. So in actual fact, they're producing less drag, less downforce in a straight line. Because on this track in particular, it's got one of the longest, I think it is actually the longest straight in the F1 calendar. It's about over a mile long, which we're going to be driving along shortly. So it's important that they get the exits going. It's important that they run the right downforce. In free practice 2 yesterday, we saw a lot of different downforce from some of the guys. Very nice to get cheers. Yeah, talk us through some of the downforce settings that they were testing for the practice sessions.
Yes, and as you were saying, it's twin circuit, and also it's kind of like right, the super long straights where, as you were saying, they bring a really low downforce, but also this makes it really challenging for the drivers when they come to corners like 3 and 4 or the ones we will see now. These are very long corners, and like you need the downforce really much. So they will have to find the grip somewhere else, maybe on tire pressure or just using softer compounds. So yeah, we saw yesterday different different downforce configuration. Even inside Ferrari, Carlo and Charles were using different configurations. Tripoli, they did that because they wanted to try both things. So if they know both drivers are really good and they can give really valuable information to the team. So that's why they chose to use different configurations and then make the brief at the end and then choose which one to use during the weekend.
All the people.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. So, like, the track's split into 3 sectors. There's 17 corners on this track, and the 3rd sector, if you haven't already guessed it, is the fastest sector. Right? It's got the longest straight into some chicanes, and then another long straight over the start-finish line. So it's important to maximise the speed on those areas. As we expected, we saw some of the what we call the slippery cars. The Alfa Romeo, of course, being the fastest at the moment in a straight line, running the lowest downforce setting. You can see as you go into this section, it's super tight and twisty, so I've gone from a high-speed left-hand corner into a really tight chicane. When you watch this on the TV, the Formula 1 cars fly through here, and it's like a little flash in the middle of a circle. You barely even notice that section. But it's really important to get a nice exit from this corner. Again, one of the slightly higher downforce sections of the track is when we're carrying a bit more speed. So this is low downforce, heavy on the brakes, on the way in, and then into this tight section again as we come past the MSG sphere, which is insane, isn't it, this thing?
Yeah, and this is the closest the drivers will get to the wall, so obviously there's a lot of time on these 3 or 4 corners here, and they will risk probably everything here during qualifying, because just 1 meter, you go 1 meter inside, a little bit closer to the wall, and you can win a lot of tenths. And yes, so coming now to almost the end of the back straight. Of course, you can see the sphere here. It's an amazing atmosphere, an amazing scene, and it's great.
That is the most corner. Guys, turn around, get your phones out. Here comes the safety car. Looks like we're about to be able to take him over on safety car. Don't mind Andy doing his little recce of the track.